Send things back to you in the studio for an update on the investigative side of this.
Yeah, Corey, we'll see you back here at 6:30. Thank you. And while our teams have been in the field working, we've also had our investigative team working. Lauren, our chief investigator, is here now. And Lauren, what have you been able to learn?
Well, within just a few minutes of learning this had happened, I started calling some local experts and national experts really about what might possibly have caused this. Again, we don't know for sure the exact cause, but a lot of those people are telling me that there could be so much the fuel to this, and a really intense amount of fuel here. And that's what local investigators say. They are still working to determine that exact cause, but those experts say their signs are pointing to some type of gas giving the blast just an extreme, immense amount of fuel.
This explosion is consistent with what I see in gas explosions, both natural gas and propane.
Richard Meyer has investigated hundreds of fires all around the country. He says local investigators will first look to see what exactly fueled the blast.
We want to eliminate other things like, possibly explosives. There are people that have stockpiled fireworks in their home. There are people that have explosives for other reasons, some legitimate, some non-legitimate, but eliminate that, get down and figure out what the actual fuel source is.
Then he says investigators will look to see if there were any aging gas lines or even old appliances.
Why is that fuel in the place where it's not supposed to be? Normally it's contained within the pipes, within the appliances where it gets burned. It's when it escapes out into the atmosphere, when we call it a fugitive gas, that it becomes dangerous.
Investigators will also look at whether it could have been possibly intentional, though Meyer says that's unlikely.
Typically, when you're talking about arson in structures, you're talking less than 5% of the fires and explosions are deliberately caused. It's far more common for it to be an accident.
Meyer tells First Alert 4 Investigates he can't say if home explosions like this are on the rise, but he says they are something we should all be aware of.
But it is, I think, more common than people think.
Now, again, we don't know if gas was involved at this point, but Meyer says this is a very good reminder for everybody. If you smell gas, you hear hissing sounds, or you see bubbling in the ground, you need to evacuate the area and call the proper authorities. Certainly something we should all be mindful of, and we're going to keep digging for answers to find out exactly what caused this and how likely it could be to happen somewhere else.
Yeah, Lauren, and we know you started making calls just minutes after this explosion happened, so thank you. We're going to send